A couple of weeks ago, I was asked to do a floor plan for some project that we got in our house, and I chose LibreCAD. LibreCAD is complicated to use, so I think it is. And there is a lot of videos out there, but all the videos are long, and you're supposed to watch multiple videos just to be able to get a little bit of information. So I decided to go ahead and put together this video. As you can see, I created a playlist. It's a index list rather, that you can go ahead and go to whatever section that you need. If you watch this 27 minutes, you should be able to understand all the ins and outs to be able to create a floor plan to include adding windows, floors, and all the different parts within your house or within that house plan. I might not have stressed certain things, but I was trying to keep the video as short as possible, hopefully 10 minutes. But anyway, I'm not able to do it. So less than 30 minutes that I was able to do. So enjoy. The first thing you want to do in LibreCAD is go into Options, Application Preferences, and over here you got to go to Default, and over here I'm going to set up Fluid because that's what I'm going to be using the drawing, at least the house plan. And then in Curved Drawings, you are going to also over here change it to Feet. And also, while you're here, go to Dimensions. Over here, the general scale, just go ahead and set it up for 1. The factor, go ahead and set it up for 1. And the test alignment, test height, very important. This over here, scale to, let's make it 1. You will use test alignment, especially for this tool over here. And if let's say you want to calculate a distance from here to here, and go in, you see the size of the letters, they are too tiny. Okay, that over here, I can just simply quickly go back to the curved drawing, and remember where I put the test height, I can make that a 2, and now those letters, those numbers are bigger. My cursor is tiny, so I'm gonna grab this icon over here, and I'm gonna point over here. See the grid, this one over here, you wanna make it a 1-to-1. As a matter of fact, look over here, it says 62. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them make 62. That's because between here and here is 10, and that's what this is showing you. So let's change that scale to 1. First, I'm gonna press Escape. Escape is click somewhere and then Escape to make that go away. I'm gonna highlight this and I'm gonna press Delete. That's how you delete. Now, I said that I'm gonna change the scale, and here where it says to 1, and look, now it's to 1. Now, each one of those little grid points is at a distance of 1. The best way of learning is by doing. I'm gonna try to do this floor plan over here, and the distance between this point and this point is 28.45 feet, and from here to here 31.89 feet. I'm gonna start doing the outer walls. Outer walls, they got a thickness, and the thickness according to Google are 6.5 inches, which is equal about this number over here that you see in feet. The program has a lot of tools here on the left panel. As a matter of fact, we already use this one over here to see a distance. But we're gonna bring another tools over here on the widgets, on the dock, not toolbars, but dock widgets. We're gonna bring the command line for right now. And also we're gonna need a layer list and a library browser. The library, we're gonna use it later on. So now over here, you see that I got my layer list. I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna add a new layer, and this is gonna be my dimensions layer. Since my dimensions layer is the one that's highlighted, as you can see, I'm gonna go into the properties and I'm gonna change the color to dark blue. I'm gonna make the outer walls first. So I'm gonna select my working layer over here on the right, and now I'm gonna, instead of using lines, I'm gonna use a rectangle because, well, the house from the outside is a rectangle. So starting at this point over here, I'm gonna specify, remember I already selected a rectangle tool, so I can type 0,0, and that's going to be my starting point. That is anchor right there, and I'm going to drop it somewhere over here. Well, as you saw the schematic that I showed you a moment ago, so 29.45 feet, and the other dimension was 31.89 feet. I drop it, and now I got the outer perimeter of my outer wall. Now, walls have a thickness, so the thickness of the wall of the outer wall is going to be this number over here. I'm going to copy, and that's going to be the starting point both from the X and the Y at this point over here. So once again, I'm going to go a rectangle, and I'm going to put a rectangle within a rectangle. That's going to be my starting point. I hit enter, and now you notice that that point is anchored there, and I'm going to need to drop it somewhere over here. Where? To make my life easier, I went ahead and used Excel-like program, and I'm just subtracting the front and feet from the wall thickness and feet, and it gives me this number. And I copy these two numbers over here, and I got them set up over here. I'm just gonna copy them, and I'm just gonna go ahead and paste it up, minimize this, and paste it on my specify end. Okay. To make my life easy, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this as my reference point, because right now this is the 0, 0, but I want another 0, 0 starting point from this point. All I'm doing is zooming in. As you can see, I'm super tripling zooming in, and now that I'm all the way there, I'm just gonna tell the program that I'm gonna make a line over there. That's gonna be a line. All I wanted to do is just to drop that point over there. Now I'm going to zoom out, but that I can use this new point as my new 0, 0. Anyway, so I'm going to make a rectangle in here, 11.25 feet from that point. So go ahead, and my first starting point for the new rectangle is going to be at. I got to use this keyword at, as you can see over here, so it knows that this is going to be the new 0, 0. So at 11.25 feet, comma 0, and that is going to put me, well, as you can see over there, and the line, it's no matter what I do, it just stays squared 90 degrees, because that's what I need. Anyway, and now I need the next highest point over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over here, and mind you, this is the new 0, 0, because that red move over here. So with the new 0, 0 in mind, I'm going to have to move, well, at, from that point, 0.375, which is an inner wall thickness, and I'm going to move up 32 feet. Yes, I'm overshooting it. Let's go look, and there is the inner wall, and at this point on, it's sticking out too much. Now I want to get rid of this ugliness. First of all of this, since I'm using a rectangular tool, first I'm gonna press the escape key so I can select. I'm gonna try to select like this little piece over here to delete it. But if you notice, the whole thing is selected because it is a rectangular. It is a block. So to undo all these blocks, and remember, this is also a block. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have to do is, so that they are individual lines, is I'm going to have to select the whole thing. And very important, this over here, and I'm going to go here to explode. Now that I exploded, notice what I do over here. I can just simply select that little line and I can delete it. Now I want to delete these other lines over here. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. We're going to go over here to a trim. We could use trim 2, or you can just use simple trim. Anyway, simple trim over here, I'm going to say that this is my limit line, and I'm going to keep this line over here. Anything after that goes away. And I'm keeping this line. Anything after that, it goes away. Now, it's pretty. Oh, actually, you know what? Well, technically, we'll need to have a little line over here. The only problem is if I try to trim from this side, it's going to delete the whole line all the way to the other side. But you can figure out how to work that out. What I will do is I'll go ahead and delete from here to here, and then after that I create a rectangle from here to the other side, or maybe just throw a single line, zoom in multiple times, and just do a straight line to the other side. But anyway, I thought about how to show you how to do this other wall over here. So I already got an anchor over there, and starting from that point, I'm gonna make another rectangle, which is gonna be a wall above that one, and specify, well, at, I'm not moving on the X direction, but I'm moving up in the Y direction, 11.49, because that's the distance to the next wall. And you can see over there is already, and I'm gonna drop in some point over here. So the wall thickness is 3.75, and I'm gonna go 12 feet this way, even though it's gonna overshot it. Okay, at, and then 0.375. Oh, wait, that's the X. The X is gonna be 12 feet, and my Y, which I'm gonna go up only a little bit, 3.75, which is the wall thickness. And there. Now, once again, now at this point I'm gonna delete all of these things just the same way how I did it a moment ago. Remember, they are rectangles, so we had to explode them, otherwise we will not be able to delete little parts of it. And here, because both of them are on the same line, that's beautiful because it makes less work in the trim tool. This is gonna be my limiting factor, and I start trimming all the way. I kill this one, and then I go to the bottom wall, and I kill this one, and obviously escape to select that one and delete. as per the requirement, this inner wall over here, it has to be 7.8 feet from the top wall. I already dropped an anchor over there, and this time I'm gonna go down. So once again, select. I could use this with lines, but lines I will have to do it twice. Too much work. So at 0, because I'm not moving in the 0 direction, minus, in this case, minus 7.8 feet down, and see, that's already set up over there, and I'm gonna try to go this way. Now for the next one, I'm gonna do add. My new add point is over here, so gotta be mindful of that. Add, I'm moving on the X direction. I'm gonna move 20 feet and down minus 3.75, which is the wall thickness, and there you have it. Now that the walls are completed, I can switch to my dimension layers and throw some dimensions in this area. Whenever we do that, the program gets slow, and I'm gonna I like to use this align tool, and then I'm just gonna tell it from this point right here to this point right there, and I got that distance. Now look at those numbers. The numbers are too big. That's because at the beginning we have a really high resolution, and so I'm gonna make the test height 1, and okay, so that's better, especially when we print it. I'm gonna do one more over here, and I'm not gonna do any more because all of the other ones are exactly the same way. So I'm gonna start from this point over here, and I'm gonna drop it somewhere over here in this corner. I'm gonna zoom in more just to get it more accurate, and anyway, that's good enough for me. And now you got those two. Since this is a dimension layer, I could go ahead and toggle off. I don't have the little eye over here, so I got to do right click and then toggle visibility, and it just goes away. If I want to go back on, all I got to do is toggle visibility one more time, and I got the layer there. Okay, so let's put the toilet and certain items over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of my command line and my layer list for right now, and I'm gonna go back into widgets, and this time once again, not toolbars but the dot widgets, and this time I'm gonna do the library browser. And the library browser, I already had it open, but over here, floor plans, and then you can do doors, or you can do architect. So I'm gonna need a sink. I'm gonna press insert, and I'm just gonna drop it in there. I'm gonna measure in a moment. I'm gonna take a toilet. I'm gonna take this toilet over here, insert it, and that is my toilet. And I need a stand-up shower. I don't think I was looking. I see the kitchen, but I don't see the stand-up shower. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. It's a fridge, whatever. I'm gonna use it as a stand-up shower, and I'm gonna put it right there. And I'm gonna press escape. Now at this point on, I'm gonna have to measure. Oh yeah, that definitely looks like a refrigerator. So I still need that. I think I'm gonna use this more as a shower. Okay, so now I just gotta make sure that it has the right size. So I'm gonna go here, align tool, and I'm gonna go from this point to somewhere about this point. Doesn't need to be precise for this chaos. And remember, the layers are big, so 1.6 feet. So this is too tiny for a shower. A shower is about 32 inches. So this number times twice, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna scale it. I'm gonna click over here. Now this is the scale, and I'm gonna select. Well, I did that wrong. First I need to select what I'm gonna scale. That's what I selected. Then scale, and I click somewhere in there as my reference point of scaling. And this is a scale of 12. No, I want to go twice whatever I have over there. I hit enter, and oh, I wasn't careful to delete the original, so therefore I got one item inside the other one. So I'm just gonna move this one out of the way, as you can see, and I'm gonna delete this dimension. Anyway, this I'm gonna prove to you that definitely it should be about the right size. It's gonna be a little bit of higher than 32, but to keep the video short, if you can consider that as short, this one is about 33 feet with 27, so that's about 36 feet. I mean 36 inches. I did say a shower is about, no, a shower is about 3 feet. So no, this is better. forget that I said that a shower is about 30 inches. Alright, so at this point on, what do I need to do? I need to just simply grab items. I'm just going to select this one over here, and I'm going to use this one. Now, we're going to go into the Move tool, and I click somewhere that I use as a reference, and I'm going to be dropping it. I'm going to be dropping my shower icon over here. Now, I know a shower is supposed to have certain lines in the middle. I'm just going to go ahead and put them on right now. I'm just going to first unselect that, and then two lines. I'm gonna do somewhere between this point to this point, and I'm gonna press escape, and then from this point to like this point. You get the point that I'm trying to do. Obviously I didn't do such a good job, but that's supposed to be a shower. And then I'm gonna grab my toilet once again, the Move tool, and I come over here. Alright, so I'm gonna do something very important. I'm gonna put it right here so people can see you doing your business once you open the door. So in here, delete original. I could do that, but I don't need any more toilet. Actually, I do need a toilet for this because this is supposed to be a bathroom. But in this case, I'm just gonna delete the original, and look, this one goes away. Now the sink, but the sink is facing the wrong direction, so I need to go ahead and rotate my sink. At this point on, I'm gonna select it, and then I'm gonna click over here. Now I'm gonna use the rotate tool. I'm gonna click a reference point and see how I get to rotate it. Okay, obviously that wasn't perfect, so I'm gonna do 180, and okay, I forgot to delete the original, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and select it, delete it, and now I'm selecting this one over here, and once again to the Move tool, and I click somewhere as a reference, and I'm taking it, and I'm gonna drop it somewhere over here. I'm kind of guess estimating because my door has got to be here, so I'm gonna be out of the door in front of the kind of like the shower. Not the most comfortable place, but I'm dropping it right there. Okay, so now let's do the doors. The doors gotta come over here, and I'm gonna grab a door and I'm gonna insert it. Unfortunately, the door is too tiny, so I need to go ahead and rescale it because, but to be able to rescale it, I'm gonna need to know what size that door is, and a door is supposed to be 3 feet. That definitely is gotta be 3 feet. So I'm gonna go from this point over here to about this point here, and let's see, that is I go out, zoom out, and that is 0.25. so I can tell that doing the math, I'm just gonna delete that, and I go here, I'm gonna select the whole thing. Okay, and I'm gonna go to my scale tool. So 3 feet divided by 0.25, that's about 12. So it's gotta increase by a factor of 12. So not 2, but this time 12, and okay, there. So I got. I always forget to delete the original. And now I'm gonna need to mirror this door because. Okay, so some doors are right-handed, some doors are left-handed. So I need to keep a copy of the original. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a copy over here, and the copy is the one that I'm going to invert or mirror. So come over here, the mirror option, click somewhere over there, and then it makes me do all of this. I just always put it right back in the same place that I found it, and I just hit click, and now it just flip it. So now both doors are, if you see the edge, are opposite of each other. And at this point on, since I'm gonna need multiple doors, I'm just gonna go ahead and make multiple copies of this door. I just simply selected it, and then move copy, click somewhere else, and put it over here. And now I got 4 doors, and 4 doors can easily become 8 doors. Copy, select the place, and keep the original. Yes, keep the original. And then this one over here, it would be a good idea if I go ahead and rotate them too. So click somewhere over there, and about that much of rotation, just perfect 90. And I keep the originals. I didn't need to do that, so I'm just gonna delete that. Anyway, so now at this point on, I start to have multiple doors that I'm gonna be using. And and select the door, and I'm gonna use the right command over here. What I mean the right command is like go actually into the tools and actually get it. And I'm dropping the door right here. And keep delete the original. No, because I might still use that door over there. Okay, so at this point on, I need to do some deleting, as you can see, and because I mean this entrance not supposed to have that. So at this point on, this line is gonna go away. It's gonna disappear. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and do a little rectangle, so it stays over there. Now, from here to, and I'll show you in a moment why. I'm making sure that I stay in this line over here to somewhere over here. Okay, so I just went ahead and dropped that little piece over there, and the reason why I did that is because when I'm gonna press escape, I was in the wrong layer. I'm in the go back over here to command and then dimensions. That's why it was blue. Okay, when I drew that line, I just need to grab this thing and do its properties, attributes, take that back, and I want to change the layer to this layer over here, and see how it changed. So I went ahead and put it in the wrong layer, and now I went ahead and move it to the right layer. Anyway, I need to delete this nonsense over here, and for that you already know I'm gonna be using the trim tool. I select this one as my limiting factor, and that's gone. And let me see if, okay, that is gone too. And notice that I still got this little wall over here. Well, that is because this is part of the rectangle that I put over there. If I wouldn't have put that rectangle over there, those lines would have been gone, and then it would have been more work. Now I need to clean this a little bit over here, because this line is not part of the door. So once again, very important, you need to explode. Well, I was supposed to select that and then explode it. Okay, and the door is also in the wrong layer. Okay, but really what I want to do is I want to cut this little piece over here. So I'm gonna go to trim, select this one, and I'm keeping this one, and now beautiful. Okay, and the door needs to come to this layer because it's on the working layer. So once again, I select the door. Let me use my select tool, so I press escape and I just simply highlight all of this and go over here to attributes and back to my working layer, and boom, I got the door in the right layer. Okay, so you see how I put the first door? That's what you're gonna need to add all the other doors. As you can see, I went ahead and added a door over here, follow the same technique that I use over here, and I went ahead and put a kitchen and a refrigerator. I might have to scale them, but I already show you how to scale. So at this point on, to print, well, first of all, you want to get rid of all the extra garbage, and then at that point on, you press over here, kind of like it gives you a focus of the project, and then you press over here in print preview, and you get to see the actual, how is it gonna look. Okay, I went ahead and closed the program. I didn't save the changes, so therefore I went ahead and brought this other schematic for plant, and it's not finished. Now to print, all you gotta do is press this symbol over here, and well, actually, you know what, let me do the preview. To preview over here, these are items in different layers. If I toggle this little printer over here, then it makes that layer now visible for printing purposes. So that's something that you got to be mindful of, and it can be useful. It could be frustrating if you misuse it. You also can grab the page and reposition it in relationship to where you're going to print. And then to print, you just simply hit the printer icon and then PDF. I'm gonna save it as a PDF and print, and yes, save it. That's gonna be print me, and I'm gonna go look at that file. It's right here, and now look at this. Only a door shows up. So what's the problem? The problem is the ink on the program. So I'm back over here, and at this point I'm just gonna get out of this, and I need to change the settings. This black and white, you cannot really see it, so I'm just gonna make it, you know what, let's go with dark blue, see how it looks, and I'm gonna give it a little bit of width, 0 millimeters, 15, 20 millimeters. Okay, that's probably better. And no, I don't like that color. Gonna go, you know what, let's go back to black. Okay, what we were, but now the thickness is a little thicker, so I'm gonna go try it one more time, and this time I'm gonna say print, and yes, override on top of the program that is printing already. Oh wait, I sent it to my printer, real printer. I want is PDF file, print, and override. Okay, that's what it didn't ask for a moment ago. And change my location, and okay, there. Obviously the other layer, it wasn't that dark, but you got it. I just simply got to do it a landscape, and it will be good to go. But now you know how to do printing. Finally, in case you needed to put the drawing in something pretty, well, you can just select the whole thing, and obviously go with the copy, choose a point, and anyway, this thing that I did, it's not that pretty. I just simply, I took literally about 2 minutes, and I just simply did it. And anyway, keep the original, no, delete the original, and now technically, I mean, the drawing would be inside or one of those professional looking kind of I don't even know what this is called, but anyway, that's my presentation to you. Obviously here you can add text, you can add, you know, more layers. I did all of this with the rectangular tool. One thing that I didn't show you was that this tool, and see, so that is that option available too.